My name is Payton McGee, born and raised here in Richmond, Texas. I'm now running my mom's restaurant, Sandy McGee's. Been in business here in Fort Bend County since 1986.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Malone and I'm a roofing consultant for Holden Roofing. I'm actually from Richmond myself, lived here my whole life, and I've actually eaten at Sandy McGee's my whole life, so I thought it was really neat to be able to work with Payton.
Yeah, at Sandy McGee's we've been serving the community since 1986, and as Holden knows, you can't stick around for that long without great values. And that's what I experienced with Holden. Everyone that I worked with throughout the process was super professional and helpful. Just after Hurricane Beryl, I had tried to work with my insurance and a couple other roofing companies and just seemed to hit a wall at each one, and it was a completely different story with Holden. When I got in contact with Jennifer, she simplified everything, helped explain the insurance process, and really just helped guide me through the whole thing.
When I first met Payton, he was pretty much hopeless about having his roof done. It had been messed up during Hurricane Beryl, and insurance really wasn't any help to him. I was able to navigate him through the whole insurance process and what that looks like for him in his specific situation.
Working with Jennifer, she kind of took what originally was a daunting task and simplified it. I knew what each step was in the process and what was going to happen next, and it happened just like she had told me. Working with insurance can be scary, and it wasn't so scary. In addition to just needing roof repair, my roof had almost no ventilation. It was stifling hot, whether or not it was the summer, and so I trusted her to help that along the process as well. And with this being kind of my first big home ownership decision, again, Jennifer made it easy. I had to pick shingle types and colors and soffit types and colors, but she made that easy, and I trusted her expertise on it.
It's really important to me to just kind of be with my customers every step of the way and just let them know what to expect so they're not surprised.
Jennifer let me know that they would be coming by to drop supplies the day before they did the roof, and they did that right on time, and then the next day they knocked out the roof in a few hours. I was actually home for most of the process, and it didn't bother me one bit.
Payton's home was built in the 1940s, and it has so much history behind it, and it's just a really neat place. And I really wanted to preserve that. I wanted to make sure that when he came home and pulled up to see his roof for the first time, that it just looked amazing.
As a small business owner, I know that you're only as good as your reputation, and that word of mouth is the strongest recommendation you can have, and I think that works for Sandy McGee's and for Holden.
One of the most established roofing companies in Fort Bend County, working with a business owner from another business that's a staple to the community. It was really a neat experience.
This is the first house I've owned, and I knew when I bought it that the roof was going to be my next big investment in it, and so I was glad to get this done. A roof is something you don't think about every day, but it's there working every day, and so I have a little peace of mind now that that's not something I'll have to think about for a while. Jennifer and Holden made it so simple. I definitely recommend them to someone going through it for the first time or someone who's dealt with other companies. I think they'd be pleasantly surprised.